Hello guys, karibuni sana to the Youth Hub, the show that gets your groove on. I am yours, Rachel Gambo, and unfortunately, Lynn is not with us today. Ameenda shughuli zake, but hopefully next week she'll be with us here. So let's get the conversation started on our SMS number 21144 or at GVSTV Africa across all social media platforms. I hope mko poa. But I hope you're doing amazing wherever you are watching us from. So kama kawa siko peke yangu. I have an amazing team with me here, and again I have to say I am very much excited for today's topic because today tunachambua. So I'm going to introduce my guest. I have Faith Wamboi atatuambia yeye ni nani vizuri, but she is an amazing person. That's an average thing I have to say about her. And we also have Celestine Jr., who is also a creative. Pia atatuambia yeye ni nani, atujulishe mengi zaidi. Na ndio tuanze na wewe dada Faith. Karibu. Please tell the Kenyans who you are.
Okay. My name is Faith Wamboi. I am an actor before everything else, or rather before all the other hats I wear, which includes events coordination and other sectors in the event side. But above all, an actor.
Voila. Yes, and our gentleman of the day, please karibu sana.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
My name is Celestine Jr. I'm a digital content creator and a director as well. And I'm happy to be here.
Yes, I am also happy to have you guys.
Thank you so much.
As you have heard the titles that they bear, we are not coming to play today. We are not coming to play, so karibuni sana guys. I hope we are ready to have an interactive session to chambue, to eleze wa Kenya, and above all, let's have fun. So, kama kawa, if you have anything else to add on that, please be sure to do so on our SMS number 21144 or at GBSTV Africa across all social media platforms. And for today's topic, I told you we didn't come to play today. We did not come to play. We are all about creation and influence and affluence, of course. So today's topic is rising stars, young people who create, influence, and inspire. So karibuni sana guys, please join the conversation. Let's get from these people who are in the field, by the way, they are doing so much. And let's tuelimike kidogo. Please chukueni vitabu, kalamu, and let's jot something down. Karibuni sana guys. Once again, it will be so bad of me if tuendele if I don't get an answer from the people to go now on set. Sindio. So I want to direct that question to our guests for today. Celestine, tuanze na wewe. Who is your favorite young creator right now, and what do you love about them? Usiseme wewe. Najua unaweza sema it's me. Usiseme wewe. Other than you, who else do you look up to?
Okay, most of them are my friends. Sasa pia sitaki kufanya wengine wasikie vibaya.
You sure you're not rooting for them?
But on an honest note, creating is hard work. And there are people who I see their work and they are constantly pushing themselves. Like wanajipush, kujipush, like they are putting creativity up top over there. And so I have to mention, I'll mention two, at least male and female.
So let's get like bias, okay?
Male and female. I really like what Maya Okoth is doing for the Kenyan industry. And I also like what Stephen Salano is doing for the Kenyan industry. They are really putting themselves outside there in a massive way, and they inspire me as a creator.
They inspire you.
They inspire
Big up to those people. Amewataja, so you have a special place in Celestine's heart.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, Faye, what about you? Usidanganyi. Na usiseme wewe.
Hey.
Usiseme wewe.
Well, I want to thank me for believing me. But to be very politically correct, still very, but honestly, I think it's a certain space, a sector, not one person. It's the Kenyan music industry side. Like, these guys are pushing themselves. These guys are pushing. Every other week, there's a gig here, there's a gig there. And Kenyans have really come out to support the industry and that side of the entertainment space. Hey, beautiful scenes.
Okay.
Beautiful scenes.
I think that's a topic for another day, by the way. Music right now. Nanipatia idea. Anyway, so there you have it, ndio hayo majibu ya wageni wetu. Man, Kiswahili not that bad. So I'm going to begin with maybe asking you guys a very open question. It's all about creation, how you inspire people out there, and all about how you maneuver around your work. So maybe Celestine, you can tell us to put just a small background of how you started doing things and mpaka saizi, how are things for you?
Wow, okay. First things first, before we started, I was telling you like how amazing it is. The last time I was here at GBS was like
By the way,
3 years ago.
He was there.
Yeah, 3 years ago. And back then I was also doing content, but I was still a young creator. Right now, at least, I've grown in a way. When I started out as a hobby. I won't lie. I liked what I was doing. I was like, wait a minute, this is actually fun. But as we grow older, we realize we need to pay bills, we need to pay rents, we need to make money. And so slowly by slowly, I got into the content space, into the creativity space. And now I started taking it seriously as a business per se. And over time, one of the challenges I had actually was now transitioning from it being a hobby to it now being something that I like, making my hobby something I can make money from, which by God's grace, thank you, Jesus, He made a way. And I was able to now see how I can work with content and collaborate with other creators and collaborate with, other brands to be able to gain the income. But so far, I think experience is key. Whoever is starting out in any journey, not just creativity journey, you need to give yourself time. Dreams take time. I'm still on the way, but dreams take time. So even as you're working on your craft, as you're working on yourself, personally for me, I thank myself that I never gave up. I know it's cliche, but I always kept going. I was always like, hey, this is still fun. I still like to do this. And I always kept going. And over time, the experience has been amazing. And I have also grown as a creator. Right now, my aim is different from when I started. When I started, all I wanted was to make money and pay rent. Okay. But right now, I'm in a place where I want whatever I put out in terms of content, or whatever show I direct, or whatever brands I'm working with, I'm trying to lift, to encourage, and as you said, to inspire. I want to show other people, this what we are doing, it's not just for fun. It's not just for there is purpose to every single person being able to chase their dreams, being able to, push for what they want in life, because it's very much possible. If it was possible for me, it's possible for you too. It's possible for everyone else. Yeah.
Good word of hope there. Faye, what about you? Tell us maybe a small background of how you started and now how you're in the film industry.
How I started. Basically, I think acting starts from way back. Ukiwa mtoto ndio you start realizing, oh, you're in drama festival here, you're doing skits there, oh, at home you're the entertainer, I think. But now, professionally and settling to this is what I want to do in my life, was after COVID. Okay. So definitely I knew I wanted to be an actor. I didn't know how to start though, where to go, who to talk to, what to do. But then during COVID, when the world came to a standstill, I think we all had time to dig deep into, okay, I wanted to do this, how do I go about it? So upon I decided, I want to be an actor. And during this COVID, it's not possible. It's not possible to do anything, but after COVID, so let's see what we were supposed to do. Kaingia hapo research nini, I find out about auditions nini. So immediately, where do I get these auditions? You can even Google them. You can find them on Instagram, social media, for industry partakers, mimi I'll follow casting directors, follow those actors. So immediately the first one I saw posted, I definitely went for auditions. And it's been a learning experience from then. I can say, if it was by myself, I wouldn't have made it, man. But we thank God. If it's purely by God's grace that I am where I am today. There's still a lot to be done. There's still room for so much more.
Yeah, sure.
But so far, I can say it's also been a beautiful journey full of gratitude. You can get theater, and then you still have to keep auditioning. Like, you never stop auditioning. I thought, bam, I have a job, big break. No, Mimi, I'm on TV. I am, see me everywhere. Oh. Yeah.
So, maybe we can talk about, of which I'm sure ni kitu wenye hata watu home they maybe are going through, something called self-doubt. We'll go talk about just self-doubting yourself, you know. So, I don't know if you guys mepitia your face. I don't know mtatuambia, but let's talk about how we deal with navigating self-doubt.
Wow.
And to shikanisha, and let's create a relationship between that and the expectations from the society, because the society that we are living in right now it is a society that expects a lot from us. So let's talk about self-doubt, how you first navigated it, if ilikuwa hapo, and then tell us how you deal maybe with expectations from society.
Wow. That's a beautiful question. And you know, we are all humans.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
are all humans. I can tell you about self-doubt, but I can also tell you about how I overcame it. Okay. Personally, when I started like content and creating and like, you know, I had like a lot of questions because now I'm creating this let's say I'm doing a skit or I'm working with this person, this creative. I'm like, okay, my friends, when they see it, what are they going to say? Even me, I'm in my own head. I'm like, am I okay in the head? I mean, it's funny, obviously, but you see, when I started doing content creation, I did not have a relationship with God, per se. And even as you've put like a lot of societal pressures and a lot of things going around us, when I started a relationship with God, I'm big on God. I'm sorry, I just have to say it. That's when I realized I was made in the image and likeness of God. And I usually say this all the time in interviews. I usually say this and I tell creators, like, every single person has something to offer. We are not in a competition. If you're in a competition, it's just with yourself, because all you can do is try and be better and better and better every day. No one is perfect. Everyone is working on themselves. And so self-doubt has been something big that I have had to overcome over time. And as she has said, by God's grace, I was also able to overcome it, because it does not only come within yourself, it also comes from the people around you. You get me? I remember when I was starting out, there were obviously people, even my closest friends, like, not all of them supported me. But when now they see the numbers, they're like, bro, your video hit 1 million views. Or like, they're like, hey, bro, man, see all those followers, you have a lot of followers. Or they're like, hey, then you see now, they're like now seeing, and now you see even the people who hated you, now these people now become your fans. Now these people are like, that nigga, umse, umse, yeah. And so like, it's just something that you really need to believe. You really need to believe in yourself and believe, like, in my own case, God does not doubt me. God created me knowing that, Manze, you are perfect in my eyes. So why should I doubt what God has created? Like, it's like God makes mistakes. No. So self-doubt, it's something that I have had to deal with, and it's something that I think everyone deals with. All you have to do is be able to overcome it so that you can actually focus on your creativity or whatever it is that you're trying to do. But I think it's actually normal. Everyone goes through it. Everyone goes. You just need to push and overcome.
Okay. So, Faye, before you tell us your take, I wanted to ask, do you guys rewatch yourselves? Kushafanya show, kushafanya content. Do you go back then you're watching yourself again?
I think I'm my biggest critic. Labda wewe.
I'm also my biggest critic. I think I'd give it. I think the last thing I've done is I'm finding myself, and it's even shocking me. I'm giving myself a lot of grace, and it's so beautiful.
Nice.
But then I noticed when I watch it for the first time, I'm like, oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then I watch it for the second time, I'm cringing. I'm like, why did you do that? There was room for better.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Sometimes even the ones that you critique the most, those are the ones that are like people love it, but you're like,
yeah.
I feel like this should have gone out there.
Delete that. delete.
So maybe Faye, you can tell us how have you dealt with self-doubt and maybe navigating from it? Kama ilikuwa.
I like how you say navigating from it. I like the assumption that I have overcome.
Jesus.
Yeah, but man, it's a thing. It's a thing. I have gone through it, yes. And I think no one also prepares you for the fact that the better you become, or the more you gain the experience, the more you do what you do and you get better at it, that self-sabotage also goes up.
Sure.
Yeah. When I started getting that affirmation of, yes, you're doing good, I started watching myself and I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. I got like I got a role, I auditioned for something, got a role for TV. And then as I was shooting, another audition came up, and I went to that audition and I forgot how to act.
Okay.
I forgot how to act. And after that, I left that audition, went to work, now whatever I was shooting, and all of a sudden I know how to do my job again. But because back there, I doubted myself. I'm like, oh my God, what if I no longer know how to audition? What am I even doing? And so that one job that I got is, and then I'm convinced I have it figured out. Oh, so now you think you're so good at it. Yeah, but it's a lot of inner work. No external affirmation. External affirmation is nice, but it won't fill that gap unless you realize, as he says, and I don't advocate for apologizing because you trust in God. Don't apologize about it. I think it's just when you sit back and I keep telling God, anytime I doubt myself, I keep telling God, remind me, help me see myself how you see me, help me describe myself how you describe me. And I think that even those moments hit. Not that they don't hit, but even when they hit, they don't last. And also, it's a good thing that they hit because it's a reminder, a constant reminder that it's all God.
Amen.
And this is not you.
Wow.
This segment, this is just nikelele nina could distract from the end goal. Yeah.
I hope you guys are taking notes, by the way. We have people here. Anyway, so let's go through the creation process. Sawa, maybe Celestine, you have said you are a creative and also a director, right? Yeah. So maybe you can walk us through your content creation process from getting ideas, from shooting, actual shooting, posting, distributing, marketing yourself and everything.
Okay. No problem, sure. Give you all the tips. I'll give you my M-Pesa number after this. Send me money. Okay, I'm about to put you guys on. So number one, the first thing, let's say you're new, kabisa, but you have passion. Number one, try it. You don't know kaita kubamba, just try it first. For me, personally, so the first thing that you need is the product. As a creator, as a content creator, digital creator, our product is the content that we make. Once you get the product, you need to find a way to sell this product. And if your product cannot be sold, attach it to something that can be
sold.
I'm putting you guys on M-Pesa
Okay,
number. M-Pesa number. So this is how it works. There is my own content and there is content that I shoot for other creators. So example, I've told you among my best artists example, you know Brahim Oma. Let's say we are doing an ad for Brahim Oma. Let's say now we are shooting him. We need to know that maybe his company, he's collaborating with a certain product. So his brand and this product, we need to find a way how to merge him to the product. So when we come to it from a video point perspective, we are like, let's say he's promoting Vaseline. So this guy is a great actor. How can we package him and Vaseline? So what we do is we write a short script or create a short story that connects him to the Vaseline. For example, he wakes up every single day and it's only Vaseline that helps him feel the glow or something like that. You get me?
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, so like once we packaged that information, we now connect it to the company. Now we take it back to the company and we're like, okay, this is the product that we have. We can market it because now we've connected Brahim to the product. Now Vaseline or pesa yetu, we'll be able to
what are the chances of them accepting?
That's what I'm telling you. It takes experience. Now, for my own personal content, now for me, I don't shoot anything that I have not yet finished in my mind. If it's a video I want to do for my own self, lazima nikuwe nishamaliza. But the idea is, like, once you have enough experience, you know what the brand wants. You know the brand wants their product. Of course, if I'm working with Safaricom, the first 2 seconds of my video should show Safaricom. Okay. You know, like you need, that's what I'm telling you, it's experience. Lazima wakuwa wamekukataa 50 times. You get me? That's why you should not give up. We have gotten rejections. Personally, I've gotten rejections so many times, but it's these rejections that zinakufanya number one unajua, okay, this is done this way. This is done this way. Another thing is networking. Once you meet people, you get to meet these people who work with brands and everything, and even you yourself as a brand. You get to network with people who necessarily can help you grow as a brand because you cannot do everything yourself. As a digital creator, you need a manager. In fact, my manager is on the way, amechelewa. Nitatoa kwa percentage. Nitatoa pesa. You need a manager, you need an accountant, you need a team because you cannot do it yourself. You need a videographer, you need an editor. So basically, teamwork is the best work. Don't go for everything yourself.
Okay.
So basically, that's how we make money. We just, approach these brands, and as a team, we give them what they want in terms of video and products. Okay. M-Pesa number. Okay, send you guys. M-Pesa number. Za cabbage.
Okay, so maybe Faye, as an actor, right? I understand you work under mkona body, sindio? So maybe have you ever thought of doing it yourself? I don't know if I'm allowed to give examples.
Give examples.
How Flacco does, maybe
show.
Kama Ojo, how Ojo does, like.
How do they do?
Yes, we see him, and okay, I don't know if he has, obviously hawezi kuwa peke yake, like just solo peke yake, but he's the face.
Yeah.
He markets himself through his platforms.
Yeah.
And he's also the mother, the father, and everything else. So I don't know. Have you ever thought of going that line now that you have the skills, you can do it? Have you ever thought of going that line?
Personally, no. It's a lot of work.
Really? Okay,
yes,
yeah, sure.
But it's possible. It's a lot of work. But looking at this day and age, I admire people who do it because social media has made it very kitambo. If you're not acting for TV or for theater, where else are you acting? Yeah. Like there has to be theater or TV. But now there's the number of jobs. I think jobs became scarce, that it pushed people to find a solution, an alternative. And in that alternative, people started doing their own things. People started doing their own projects. As Celestine is saying, he has a whole team. I'm sure when you started, you didn't start with a whole team.
Ask her.
I'm sure. One man.
It's not easy.
So it's possible, but it's not easy. And also, I think it's depending on where are you. Because you can want a team but not afford a team. You can afford a team but not want a team. So it's a very I think it's a personal decision, and a personal decision that I say maybe not for me.
Kidogo unaondoka kidogo. Umeongea about affording a team, and Celestine, as a director and as a person who is working with a team, tutaweka mpesa namba, tutaweka pale. Tutaweka mpesa namba. Take us through how you, in terms of finances, how does it work? Is it kila mtu kwa mfuko yake, other than enye obviously mnalipwa na brands? Because I believe amtaenda kwa brands mseme we want to advertise Vaseline for you, tupatie to fund us to create a project for you. So maybe how does it work, and how do you guys pay yourselves?
Wow. That's a good question. At first, I wanted the whole cake by myself. Like she said, I was working by myself, I'm making this video, see, it's my face. See, I'm writing the script. See, I know how to shoot, I know how to edit, I know how to travel, I can travel alone, lifestyle, vlog, nitengeneze zote. But that's a very good question, because a lot of people need help, and a lot of people are very creative outside there. Maybe even more creative than me, or even our superstar here, actress, Hollywood. See, I'm telling you, in Jesus' name. You see, okay, this is how we do it personally. As a creator, you need to realize that your page, you need to realize you're a brand. So even your content creation, you've talked about Flaco. He does not only, even Crazy Kenna, those are big brands. They don't treat themselves, their professional page online. It's not just a personal page, I'm posting, I'm going Z. That's a brand, that's their business page. You get me? So you need to have a business account. Unaelewa? Get yourself a bank account. Pesa yote isiingie kwa personal account. You get me? So you have your personal account and your business account. And so you need to manage. So you get a manager per se, because Mimi, a manager, was very important, because when I focused on the business sides of things, I found out ni kama creativity yangu kidogo, nimekuwa businessman. Sasa nafuatana na agencies, nafuatana na pesa. Yani nitatengeneza content sangapi. So the manager came first. Number 2, I have a lot of friends. That's why I'm telling you, networking is also very good. You see, there are people who have passion for, videography, creating videos, editing. There are people passionate about that. If you are someone who talks and you meet people and you love people, you'll definitely meet someone who's just waiting to shoot you. And be like, by the way, bro, me hata usinilipe. I'm not saying that you usilipe watu. I'm saying, like, when you network, you are likely to meet people who God has ordained to work with you. So I met a lot of people. I've met friends, videographers work kali sana. Pia walianza chini. Saizi penye wako, I have so much money. They have, sasa hata mimi sina pesa. They have a lot of money. You get what I'm trying to say? But you grow together with your team. So you get like your manager, your videographer per se. Then now you're able to work together as a team. You as a creator, you focus on creating the content, writing the scripts. With your videographer, you meet a couple of times per week. You create a couple of videos, you post. When you're doing that consistently, your engagement grows, your numbers grow, per se, vitu kama hizo. Then now, when you're working with agencies, they see this guy. Even when people are paying you to do something for them, they see the kind of work. Hawaoni, wanaona sasa, like, how, when they see the level of production that you're putting out, wanasema yenyewe, this person deserves a big pay because they are with a team or something. So that's how we go about it. I go about it as a team. Then even when we are approaching like the agencies and we are working with the agencies, they are able to see our engagement, and they are able to see the kind of work that we are going to give them if they give us this opportunity per se.
Okay. Before tuendelee sana, let's talk about conflicts in workplaces. This is something that happen. Very relaxed. I'm coming to you. This is something that is there. It's something that we face. It's something that like conflicts arise everywhere. So as an actress, Hollywood. As an actress, so I understand that. I'm going to ask you the same question actually asked another guy we brought. He was actually he was a producer, a film producer. So first of all, kuna issue your contracts, right? Stay relax, breathe in, breathe out. Kuna issue and we understand what contracts are made for. Contracts are, say kusema ni kazi zinafunganga mtu, but literally speaking, that's what they do. Like zinakufunga, like you are there for this time and you're going to do whatever we tell you.
13 seasons.
Yes, 13 seasons straight up. So, maybe as an actor, nataka you just tell us your honest opinion. Si lazima ukwe ulikuwa faced by this, just, you know, an honest opinion. Si you're an actress. So, you're going to tell us first if you have worked under contract and how they have been to you. And let's also talk about your personal attributes as a person. And how do you correlate yourself as Faye? These are my values, these are my principles, this is what I will do and this is what I will not do. And now there's this contract that needs you to act in a specific way, do a specific thing, and you have to do it because you are under a contract.
Wow.
Talk to us.
What do you mean by do a specific thing?
We have roles. Kuna roles za drugs. Umeambiwa wenda pale nyuma you have to take drugs. Maybe we have sexual scenes zenye maybe they're against what you do. But again, you are an actor under a contract. So how do you work with that?
That's very easy, actually. Not as tough as I thought. I very much, yes, advocate for contracts. Do not work without a contract. Kwanza actors. Do not work without a contract. Because as much as, yes, a contract is going to limit you to, we need you for this time, nini. Also, that is where your negotiation skills come in. Make sure that ukipewa contract, it's not laid or it's not at this, you must sign it. You don't have to sign it as it is. Negotiate your contract. Let the contract also work for you as much as it's working for the other party. If the issues that you feel, find a middle ground before signing that contract. If you cannot negotiate your contract, nowadays it's very easy because you can get a lawyer who is who understands the language and nini. Even if it's not a lawyer, there are managers who understand or talk to people. They know people who do these things. I know a couple of people who are well versed in the contract language. They're gonna go through your contract for you, help you figure out the loopholes, watakwambia itakubind in terms of this and this and this. Figure out, is it okay with you if it binds you in this way? If not, just if it's a lawyer, just tell them to note it down for you. You're gonna forward it to so nimesoma this and this. I have a problem. Yes, I'm not comfortable with this because nini. So what do we do about that? Negotiate your contracts. Usipewe ukimbie tu kusign ati where do I sign? No, read, understand. If there's something you want to talk about, negotiate about it. And then nothing of you have a role, you're supposed to do this, doesn't align with your values. Don't sign up for it. Don't sign up for it because these things are not. If you're supposed to, before you even get to your contract, you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. So they're going to explain to you, we're going to need this and this and this from you. If the film or whatever you're shooting or doing needs you to, probably, let's say, requires, some scenes would require nudity. If you're not comfortable with it, say it. See if it's something that you can do without having that, having been bound by that. If it's not, Also, don't let go of your values just because of a job. Yours is gonna come. Yours is gonna come. But the moment you sign and you know what you're signing up for, don't come at the end of it and say, "Oh, this industry is very."
You signed up for it.
You know me. It doesn't go with my. I'm just a good person. I don't. Yes, I don't wanna be filmed naked. It's fine. You don't wanna be. I also don't wanna be filmed naked, so I'm not gonna sign up for it. But don't sign up for it. Then start complaining, uko ndani ati, not even consider it. Oh, the film industry is dirty. Nini, they made me do this. No, they didn't make you do it. You signed up for it. Okay.
I go.
You give them your number.
Yeah, that is a number. Okay, so we are going to come back to you, Celestine. You tell us your take on conflicts in workplaces.
Okay.
Yeah, so before that, we are going to go for a very short commercial break, and we'll be right back. Please, guys, let's engage in our SMS number 21144 or GBS TV Africa across all social media platforms. We'll be right back. Karibuni sana, welcome back guys to the Youth Hub, the show that gets your groove on. I am here with Faith, Wamboi and Celestine Jr. and they are amazing people. Kama umekuja sahi, umekuwa wapi? You have missed the cake and the tea. So karibuni sana, please let's get the conversation going. 21144 GBS TV Africa across all social media platforms. So Celestine, ulikuwa unatuambia ukikosana huko nje na actors wako, producers wengine, how do you maneuver around that?
That's something that I had to learn even before I got.
Na ukai mtu akukasirika, pia unaweza tuambia ukikasirika unakaanga aje? How do you got?
Thank you Jesus. Thank you Jesus. Okay, that's something I had to learn earlier on in my career, even before. Hiyo ni kitu nililearn nikiwa waiter Tao, before I got in the scene. Nikitafuta nikistruggle Nairobi. So like two things, business and emotions should never meet. You know, you need to realize that personally for me, the finances or the money that comes from doing business, that's why I've told you about teamwork. It's not just for yourself. Kuna mtu hapo anataka medical fees, kuna mtu hapo anataka school fees, kuna mtu hapo anataka rent. So it's more serious than just whatever emotion you have at the moment. So you need to have high emotional IQ, and not just in this industry. Even wewe saizi uko job. Imagine ukasiriki utukasirikia hata sisi guest wetu. Unaelewa? It won't work out because we are at work and we are doing something substantial. You get me? So whenever we are at work and like mtu amekasirika, let's say mimi na videographer, now pia si ni mabeshte. Unajua wale friends ndio wanakosana. Yeye anaiona hivi, mimi naiona hivi. Na nimejam. So this is what we do. Everyone takes their take. We'll take that take and we'll take my take. Na ile yenye itabamba ndo yenye tutaeka. So you usually try to find a meeting ground penye mtapatana. And number two, especially if you're the leader, don't react based on emotions. If you're with people around, ita mtu kando unamwambia by the hapa naona umekosa ama pia mimi kama nimekosea pole sana. Don't go to work bitter, because in the kind of industry that we are in, even Hash atatuambia kama ninadanganya, whatever we do as an actress, when she's on film and she's, let's say you're not acting umekasirika, it's going to show on camera. Sindio? It shows on camera. The emotions that you have, even me, let's say I'm your videographer, I'm shooting you a video right now. Kama nimekasirika, the emotions will show in the camera. Na sisi hiyo hatutaki. So the idea is, don't work based on your emotions. Rise above your emotions, then deal with your emotions after work. Because kukosana ni kitu inafanyika. We are all human beings. But don't bring emotions to work. That's something I learned. Kiwa waiter nikitafuta tips. Mtu atakupea tip ukiwa umemkasirikia.
Bana.
You just smile. Ukopoa, hata thou mom. Amazing.
Well, okay, so we understand that in this age that we are in right now, we are going with the trend. We want to tunakimbia na what is trending.
Yeah.
So as creators, there's always that pressure to stay relevant in whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So maybe you can tell us how do you manage to feed your audience with what you want them, with what they want you to feed them with, and kuna ile yenye unaona hiyo ndio inabamba, lakini them they want hiyo ingine. How do you balance that? You give them what they want, not what we unaona like this is without losing my steez.
I don't think I have gone through that as much, because I'm also not very unluckily. I'm not very big on social media. I am on social media, but not very loud on social media. But I think because right now, even in the whole creative space, it requires your social media presence.
Yeah, sure.
So I try. But also in terms of what I put out, it goes back to what are your values.
Okay.
What are your values? What are your beliefs? So as much as this is trending, yes, that is trending. Does it align with your values? Does it align with your beliefs? Also, there's what you think you want to do, you want to put out. Fine, put it out. And then amesema, probably it's the next trend. You never know. Just put it out. If it works, well and good. If it doesn't work, this thing that is trending, what is it gonna do to you? Is it okay? It's trending. You don't feel it really, but is it gonna work for you if you do it? If it's gonna work for you in one way or another, it probably won't fulfill your creative side. But is it gonna satisfy you? Probably financially, which is also a big thing, because art is made for influence, income, and inspiration or something. So if it satisfies one of this, it gives you income, fine, do it. It inspires someone else, fine, do it. It fulfills you yourself, do it. If it works for one of the areas without hurting you, your brand, yourself, because I think also for each and every creative, brand is very big. Important. Brand and your image is very important. So if it works for you without hurting that, do it.
Wow.
So maybe Celestine, you can tell us what about you? How do you manage to stay relevant to your audience without kusikia nimechoka, I'm burning out, but you just, because this is your job, you need to feed them, you need to give it out to them. So how do you manage to always stay relevant and make sure that ndio wanapenda, so this is what they're gonna get?
Just as she has said, you need to be big on, being yourself. So like, be yourself. And my identity is in Jesus Christ. Thank you, Jesus. So like, I don't have a problem. At first, I really had the burnout. At first, I got really tired. But when I wake up in the morning and I think, man, I'm doing this for Jesus.
It keeps you going.
It's not by might. It's by the Spirit of God. But it's true, there are many trends. And so when I take my business per se, which is now under the identity of Christ, I'm like, okay, the goal is to live, to encourage, and to inspire. So what am I going to do as a businessman? Sa kuna hii option, there is this thing that is trending, and there is this creative idea that I have. What do? We meet at the meeting point. I drop both for myself and for the audience as well. You get me? But what I'd like to tell people, and any creative person outside there, just as much as me, myself, I will not change. Me, I wouldn't change my content for anyone. Like me, if I like something and that's how I started. If I like something and this is something that me, menibamba, nikiona, like I'm happy, I'll put it out. So just as mimi siezi change what I like for someone else, even you as a creative, don't change what you like for someone else. You just do what you like doing and work around that, because if it is for the right purpose, if kama intention yako ni kuifanya ikuwe kitu poa, enye itasaidia, enye ita inspire, enye hata kama ni skit tu itafanya mtu akue happy, if it's for the right intention, then it's definitely going to do something positive. So just be yourself, love yourself, put it outside there. Wewe ndo actually venye umesema, you'll be the new trend. People will like Jesus. Jesus.
So yes, so as we wrap up our discussion for the day, maybe you can tell us and redefine what truly makes a rising star. There's talent, there's consistency, there's authenticity, and maybe you can mention others. So anyone who anataka kukuwa a rising star, what should they be made of?
Discipline.
Wow.
I hope mnaandika by the way.
Wow.
Si tushine tu tukiongea hapa alafu uende tu home na hujashika kitu.
Wow.
Discipline. Oh, discipline. There's so many good people. And even, I think even for myself, I'm not gonna come sit here and act all goody two shoes. I found myself in circumstances where, for example, I am required on set. And then unfortunately, I booked another job. And niko like, neza hack. I can hack without even communicating. So now, on one side, niende, things go, shetani anapenda your time. You go to one side and things are not working on time, nini, so you end up being late on the other side. You're still not communicating because it's nakam niko hapa ndo nimetoka kwa nyumba.
Niko hapo kwa set.
And just so many other discipline cases from that minute to like great. Like discipline is key because if you're so good but no one wants to work with you, no one wants you in their space, not even no one. Just don't offend God with the talent he gave you. God gave you a talent. Why do you want to offend him with it? I think for me it's also a big thing in terms of I hate corporate world.
Wow.
I don't want to work in corporate world. I don't want to work an 8 to 5. So just as much as I want to work in the creative sector, I need to respect it and to give it what I want it to give me back. How we say respect is a two-way thing. It's not just to human, even to what you do. The energy you put out towards these things that you're doing, it's gonna reciprocate that. So I think discipline is really a key issue. And consistent, because discipline even comes down to, okay, I signed up for a job that requires me to be physically fit. I signed up for it, nini. They even gave me, they probably have paid for my gym membership or I have a trainer, nini. Showing up every other day on time for that, to work on that or towards that is part of that key discipline. Leo nimechoka man. Just you signed up for it. You want it. This is what I want to keep doing. It's not gonna be easy all the time, but I have to put out what I want to come back.
So Celestine, tukimalizia, because you're already out of time, maybe you can mention your go-to qualities that make a rising star.
My qualities that make a rising star. First of all, you can be a star without the star position. Si lazima ukue hapo mbele ya watu. Si lazima wewe ndo ukue star, ndo ukue star. Hata ukiwa hapa chini, wewe bado ni star. And as she has said, discipline is a big thing. For me, just to add on discipline, you could also be consistent. Many people are, you are really good, but because you're not consistent at it, it really takes time before people realize, wait, umse anatengenezanga hii, or this guy is this, or wait a minute, that's a good videographer. People need to see you do something. So be consistent, be consistent, actually the Bible talks about diligence. Might preach, but thank you so much. No, consistency. Consistency and discipline. Those will help you keep going, and as you said, it's rising. So you're not stagnant, you're still rising. So be consistent.
So Mr. kusikia mtu amekaa hapo na hujaandika kitu tangu tuanze 1 hour ago, hujaandika kitu, umekuwa ukilani nini? Anyway, thank you so much guys for that. It was a very interactive session. So we are going to go to our last segment and tucheze games kidogo with Jogo our minds hapa na pale. So right about now, game zone. Yes, so karibuni sana to our last segment. So for today's tuchangamsha akili kidogo, we are going to do a quick fire rounds. So you know what that means. So you need to get the answers to this question in 3 to 5 seconds maximum. No deep thinking. Hakuna ati hatutaki hizo. So it's quick tukisonga.
ABCD questions.
No, see ABCD gani. Okay. So we begin. So everyone is going to have their own questions. Sawa. Okay. We're going to repeat the same question twice. Sawa. So Celestine.
Yeah.
TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
Night owl or early bird?
Night owl.
Okay. Create solo. Tongue twisters ziko hapa. Create solo or collaborate?
Solo. Goes against everything I said.
You prefer voice overs or face on camera?
Face on camera.
Face on camera. Okay. Skits or serious content?
Hakuna
in between.
Skits.
Skits. Okay. Yeah. What's your most used emoji?
The laughing one with tears.
Okay. Dream collabo. Name drop. Drop a name. Dream collabo. Drop a name.
Oh my God.
Drop a name. Tumesema hakuna
that one has caught me off guard. Okay.
5. 4.
Oh my God.
3.
Broda Shaggy.
Oh, okay. That's a big one. That's a big one. Okay, so last thing you Googled?
Directions to somewhere.
Okay. So would you rather go viral or be underrated but respected?
I've gone viral. Be underrated and respected.
Okay. Yeah. If your content was a dish, what will it be?
A buffet.
Whoa,
hey, girl, you're smart. Fame or creative freedom?
Creative freedom.
Creative freedom, okay.
Yeah.
What's your weirdest fan encounter?
Someone stared at me in a whole matatu ride from town to Ngara.
Ulikuwa umekaa nyuma mama?
Hapo kwa co-drivers and then ameniangalia hivi the whole time.
Wait, a guy or
a guy?
Simwambia just take the number.
And then when we got to the billboard of our show, he opened the window, looked at the billboard,
and then looked at you.
That's how I knew where he knows me from.
Same.
Okay.
Not yet.
So, Celestine, one app you can't live without?
Bible app.
Bible, okay. Cringe moments from your early content days?
Oh, my videos from a play I did. I won't mention. Yeah, videos from that play. I'm like, okay, what was I doing?
Deleted.
Okay.
I think so.
So, tukimalizia, we're going to have 2 more sets. So these ones you're going to complete the sentence. Sawa?
Okay.
Very, very quick. Hakuna masaa kufikiria.
I'm sorry, guys.
The first time I picked up a camera or phone to create, I felt happy. Okay.
Yeah, I felt excited. Excited is the word.
If I had $1 for every time someone said you can't make a career out of content ad,
I'd be a billionaire.
Evil.
Wow.
So when people say content creation is easy, I
laugh.
Okay. The last one, my most unexpected inspiration came from?
Oh, the behind the scene guys I get to work with. Okay,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, like the camera, the crew, and not the cast. Yeah.
Okay.
Crew on a bamba.
Like I didn't think, in my head I don't think I had pictured that I would need to know or to learn from them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, you're wrapping up. That was amazing, interesting. I can see you know how to keep up with time. So nitawapatia ikienda sana 30 seconds each na wahesabia. 30 seconds each mtupe mawaidha yenu ya mwisho, maneno yenu ya mwisho na pale ambapo tutawapata kwa mitandao.
Starting with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Celestine Junior. I'm glad to be here. I'm a digital content creator. At heart, I'm a son of God. I really love Jesus. So you can follow me online at Celestine Jr. And hopefully I'll see you in the comments.
Okay, karibu sana. Tukimalizia na mwanadada wetu wa kipekee, tuambie mawaidha yako na maneno yako ya mwisho, kituambia pale ambapo tutakupata kwenye mtandao.
Well, mimi sina mawaidha. I am still a student of the School of Life. As I said, my name is Faith Wanjiku Wamboe, an actor. You can find me on Instagram at _wanjiku.wamboe, and I have really had a good time. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
That's what we do here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys, for keeping it GBS together with yours, Rachel Gambo. As always, I am more than happy and delighted to invite you guys to be here on this seat. So, tupatane next week, same place, same time. You can follow me on Instagram at miss_gambo. Na tuongee mawili matatu, and let's spread love above all. Till next time, ciao.
Thank you so much.
Hey!
Nice.